Well, good morning, folks. Day 2, we made it through the night. We had to get up a couple times to build the fire. And as you can see, we got the fire going again because it's probably 45, 40. It's cool this morning, I will say it.
44, 45.
Yeah, 44, 45. So we're gonna get warm for a minute. Let the sun come up, burn some of this fog off a little bit, and then I got a feeling we're gonna eat some breakfast. I got a feeling we're gonna eat some good breakfast. So you guys hang tight, get warm with us, and let's go cook something. And for breakfast, we're gonna have the remaining 2 patties, 1/4 of an onion, 6 eggs. And the coffee's over there in between them 2 burned logs, and that water's heating up as we speak. So here in about 5 minutes, maybe 10, we're gonna be full. And then we'll be on the river. Well, actually, we're gonna be packing everything up. But that fire right there kept us warm all night, half the night. It really didn't really do much after it went out, because we got up a couple of times to have to build it up and gather wood, but we gathered up a bunch. But as you can see, folks, it didn't last, but we sure did clean up the place. All that stuff will be gone with us too. It just looks bad right now, and it won't when we leave. But let me get breakfast cooked, because I got a bear behind me ready to eat, and I'll holler at y'all later. All right, guys, we got everything broke down, packed up, cleaned up the campsite. We're tending to the fire right now. We're gonna let it all burn down to ash and then cover it up with some dirt. And I just want to walk around and show you, when you leave a campsite, this is what you need to do. We'll come back to the fire. Like I said, we still got some hardwood there. We're gonna let that burn down, ash over, and then we're gonna cover it up with that dirt we got piled up right over there behind that tree. Right here's where we had our tent spot. As you can see, the rest of this, you've got a bunch of, well, some people call them hickories, some people call them privets. But you can see where we cleared, well, actually Fred cleared out the spot right here for the tent while I was gathering up the starter wood. And what he done is he used like a stick, and he screeded, he dug it down and then screeded this area out right here. So, you know, it was soft when we put the tent down. It was level. We slept good, even though we did bring some air mattresses that we pump up, which makes it a lot more, keeps you off that ground. But we still had a good foundation to put our tent on and sleep on. And in this area right here, this right here was riddled with wood. I don't know if you guys can see back there, but you sort of see all that timber fall and that everything, the river's washed up. All this area had wood in it. Well, and we burnt all that wood. So this area right here is clean. And like I said, we're waiting on this to ash down. We're gonna bury it to, you know, because, you know, like Smokey says, only you can prevent forest fires. And who was it? Woodsy the Owl, give a hoot, don't pollute. Well, we don't leave no trash behind either. So now, like I said, we're gonna let this ash over, cover it up. We're gonna get in the kayaks, and hopefully we can catch some fish. We got another creek coming up, and we're gonna stop there and walk in a little bit to try to catch some crayfish, crawfish, crawdads. A lot of people call them a lot of different things, freshwater lobster, blah, 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 blah. But the thing is, we're gonna have a good time, and let's go do it. Do what, Fred? And we're gonna enjoy ourselves. All right, guys, God bless, pray for us, and I'll see you on the next one. All right, folks, we are in the river, and about time to do some baiting. So I've been looking for crawdads. Well, I run up on this Japan, and look at that pretty design. And it looks like right here, this looks like a river, That looks like a bridge, and it looks like there are 3 men. One's holding a lantern. One's holding something else. And the other one looks like he's got his hands behind his back. Very interesting. I think I'll keep that. And I also found this. I didn't know what it was at first. Let me take you over in the sunlight. It's not concrete. It's a bunch of different rocks mashed together. And you can, I hope you can see that. But there's a hole right there. I wonder, and you see there's 2 little dimples right here, here and here. I wonder if this was a tool of some sort. All right, I'll take it. Let's go find something else. I got you a hook. That's too big, ain't it? You gonna turn? Getting it straightened up. Here we go.
Let me tell you just in case.
Oh, you got a little holder there, don't you? I do remember that tree. That old leaning tree. This does look deep, don't it? What do you think, right or left? Right? Yeah, but it's changed since then. We can try it though. Looks like the sandbar's changed. You want to hit the sandbar? Check it out. Or just go on.
I couldn't find no grills. I'm busted up a big old stump down there.
Did you?
You gonna go right to the stump, man, or would you go left of the stump?
Hell, I don't know. I'm gonna go left. You go right, I'll go left. Yeah, this is deep water. Whoever turns over first wins. A lot of logs though. A lot of trees.
pass right in. You get up and go.
Look, they built him a little thing out of rocks over there, see it? That's called a hobo sign. Let you know a hobo been here. Watch out, it's tricky right there. Yeah, we should have went left, right. Look at that. Yeah, in one spot it looks like there's a tree, but we could have made it cross it. Mm-hmm. That would be good, wouldn't it? Wonder how hot this is gonna be now. About as hot as that coffee this morning. What's that? Bucket? It looks like a helmet. Yeah. Gotta be a bucket. 33%. Well, I'm really happy things. Number one, the good Lord blessed me with good boots that didn't get my feet wet. Ducks? Oh, really? Let me see if I can get something about this brim. Is that it up there? Huh? Damn, Fred done left me. We'll just call this river time. That was a shallow one. Well, let's we can check out here.
Huh?
I got 18%. I'll use this 18%. Unsure on that one.
Timing.
Boy, it sure is pretty, ain't it?
Huh?
Sure is pretty, ain't it? Quiet. We ain't heard a plane or a car or, well, we heard a bush hog or something, right?
Not since we left the campsite.
Yeah.
We heard a plane before we left, wait.
Mm-hmm.
We heard cars out there too.
Yeah.
Big rock.
Uh-oh.
Oh,
Is it?
yeah, big rock.
Woo! That right there is a turn you over log.
Well, let's do some of my cousin tree. I don't know what that rattlesnake was. Log right here.
Yep. Oh.
Got one crossing right here, but I think we can get over it.
Shoot, yeah, I think we can just cross right over that bad boy. There's something. Nope, never mind. Something did swell up right there. No, it's just that current. Look, see that? Whoa.
See how that log crossing, everything's building up behind it. Like
Mhm.
and everything.
And look right here where it looks like this is higher than that is. That's a trip, man.
That is here pretty good too. It ain't that deep, but it's over waist deep.
Yeah. That looked like a bone. You know them catfish at night roam this.
Yeah.
As you can see, folks, that's what the river does to the land. A lot of erosion right there. And then it builds up sandbars
Look at the roots
like
of
that.
pine tree.
Wow, look at those roots on that pine tree.
That's all roots right there.
Every bit of it.
10 feet, 20 roots.
See, that's what you get hung up on too, right there. Mm-hmm. Look at that root system right there.
Yeah.
Everything's exposed on this riverbank. Oh, relax for a minute.
Just a lazy man's day.
That's right. Just let the current take me down till I get off balance. That was the ducks, wasn't it?
Either water ducks or water geese.
See, if we start seeing rocks on the left-hand side, we're pretty close. But we should already, if we're close, we hear them cars. There's a bunch of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Here's the rocks, look. This is all a bedrock.
Mm-hmm.
You get hung up in that bedrock too. And you know, and honestly, as long as the flood didn't come, you could go back and have it on GPS.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Mark it. And then next time you come down there when the water's low, check it out. Even if you had to get off in there, because it ain't gonna be over your head in some places.
Well, I told you about you know, the rapids that we bypassed by putting in where we did.
Yeah.
There's a guy that lost a high point 40 caliber. He told me about it, and he said, if you find it, you can have it. He said, because it's been down there about 3 years. And I said, well, I mean, I can get it, and if I can find it. I ain't never went back and looked for it. But it's there, and but I did find his wife's pink fishing pole, and it was so. And as a matter of fact, it's in my basement right now. Got so much mud caked up in it where it'd been on that bottom for so long.
Yeah.
See, that's a lot of timber fall right there. There's some more bedrock. And see, if you had waders on, you could stand on that.
Oh, yeah.
Might be slick for a minute. Till you got all that algae stomped down, you know.
I want a cigar. About to wrap it up.
Well, next sandbar will unwrap it. I've had to do mine twice.
I did it when you was tying it. Well, I ain't going back to it. Shit.
Well, you know where it's at though, right?
Yeah. I think I got 3 left. I didn't bring that whole box with me because I was afraid I'd get them wet. Turn over and shit.
Well, thank goodness for the dry bag. Thank goodness we didn't have to test it out.
Right, I'm too close.
I think that's what I'm going to do. I think when I go home, I'm going to take, after you empty your stuff out of it, I'm going to put some toilet paper in it.
Well, if I buy me one, I'm going to make me some little runners right here.
Yeah, for Cokes?
With little floaters out here to keep me from turning over.
Floaters.
Like you know the Hawaiians do?
Oh, yeah.
With that extra runner on it?
Yep, I know what you're talking about. But the back.
The boat out. Only thing, you're going to have to make them where they slide in and out.
For tight spots.
All the shit we had to go through.
For the tight spot.
debris out in there. It don't look like.
No, but if you was fishing off under them power lines and you was casting out in here, you wouldn't know it was 2 foot, 3 foot of water, would you?
No.
Maybe 3 foot. Waist high, maybe.
Yeah, that's only 3 foot. Just drop that. Well, there it is. It's over waist deep, man.
Be a good place to go topless. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Is there somebody on top of that thing? What's that flashing?
Right.
Oh, never mind.
They haven't flashed, you know. Planes. Yeah.
Looks like something's cut out right there.
Yep.
Could be a beaver slide, maybe. Getting shallow. Which way you going? I'm gonna go down the middle. I'm gonna go down. Over there?
You know that water over have a smooth area.
Mm-hmm.
Smooth area. That's what I usually like to racket. I look for that smooth water going through it, but I don't see it.
I think if we stay right here, we should be all right. It's getting shallow. Oh, it's getting shallow. It's getting shallow. Think thin. Think thin. Think thin. Tree right there, I think. Another one. Oh, that's a big one. Oh, look at that. See what that is? That looked like a big square thing like you seen earlier.
Yeah.
Looks like we got a broken trot line up here.
Might look square because I was building up on the side there.
Right.